Hi, today I'm going to discuss with you about the latency. What actually latency is, how does it spoils the operation of the business, how does it spoil the productivity of the business, how does it frustrates you and how does it stress you. So I'm going to talk about this and how we are going to overcome this latency and what are all the root cause for this latency and what are the symptoms of latency in your business. Hi, madam. I'll be talking more about the technology for a business owner in an easily to understandable manner. I'm in this business for the past 19 years. I'm helping business owners delivering peace of mind, and let's get into the topic. Latency is we consider as a metaphor a restaurant kind of business, a hotel kind of business. You are sitting at the table is the destination. The place you're ordering the food is the source. So the source is B, whereas the destination is A. So you are ordering the food and you are receiving the food from the pantry or your food from the canteen or your food from the place where they're cooking. That is called the source. The time taken for you to receive that food from the source to the destination is latency. Many people are confused with bandwidth versus the latency. The latency actually is the time taken for the food to be delivered, whereas the bandwidth, how many people, how many tables can be put inside that restaurant is called bandwidth. The same thing is the bandwidth is how many users are inside your office. The latency is how fast they are getting the response, how fast it's going to improve the productivity. That is called the latency. The latency is actually tied to the experience, how you feel, and what kind of response time or delivery time you are feeling. When you have the longest delivery time, you will be having a bad experience. When we have the shorter delivery time, you will be having a good experience. All right. So when we having a longer delivery time, so you are leaving the money on the table. So your productivity will be lost, and then your collaboration, your team inside the collaboration will be delayed, and your response time to the customers will be delayed. So how we have to eliminate this latency by doing something. So what are the things happening behind this? How you think about the problem? Why is this problem happening? How far I'm getting that source from, like the results from. So where is the source is located? I need to know first. The second thing, and what kind of medium I'm using to deliver that data to me. The second thing. The third thing is how many head counts are involved. Let's say I'm collecting that info from Colombia, and how I'm receiving this data in Japan is like it has to cross through the multiple servers and then it has to reach me. So how I'm going to collect this info? So this has to pass to the multiple servers and this has to come at my location. It will be considered as a millisecond, whereas even though the millisecond matters. So we have to consider this head counts. So these are all the problems that's behind that latency. If you feel like what are all the symptoms behind this latency is you'll be having a delayed in downloading and delayed in uploading the files. You'll be having a loading, a delayed website loading, and you will be having a different kind of a video calling disruption and voice calling disruption. And your email will not be delivered within the time you're expecting. What are all the symptoms behind this latency is your website will be getting delayed in loading and your email will be sent or received very slow, and you're downloading the files and uploading the files will be very slow. The moment you're having a video call or voice call, it will get disrupted, and you will have some frequent disconnections and different kind of things. Anything that is delayed delivery is a latency. So we have to consider this. What this is the symptoms behind this latency, and how we are going to overcome this latency is by having some different actions. So this, you know the symptoms already. So what is the root cause behind it is, you may be your ISP. ISP is your service provider. The second thing is the device is used in your building, and there is something misconfiguration inside the device, and some long distance communication, like how far we are collecting that information, and some insufficient bandwidth, like I have designed the bandwidth for 10 people, but I'm having 30 people in my office, 30 team members in my office, so the distribution of the bandwidth uh, will be distributed, and many people will not be collected those information at the same time, delivered the information at the same time, and some congested network. So I am collected this bandwidth for this purpose, but I having different kind of things going behind the scenes. So I have to consider this as well. What is the root cause behind these symptoms is your ISP, your modem, and the configuration inside the modem, and the communication medium what you are using, and how far you're collecting this information, and some crowded network, and some insufficient bandwidth. Insufficient bandwidth means, like, I have collected 1 Gbps for my office as an bandwidth, but that is capable enough to serve 30 people, 30 team members. But instead, I'm having 60 team members in my office, so that is insufficient bandwidth. So you have to consider this way. And some congested network. This all will be having the root cause behind the network latency. As a business owner, you will be affected with reduced productivity and poor customer experience, some operational inefficiency, and you will be impact in your business growth. Whereas for the team members, they will be affected with collaboration challenges and communication challenges, some frustration and stress, different kind of thing. Whereas the customers, they will be affected with bad brand perception and delayed response, and some deliverables will get affected as well. So we have to avoid this kind of thing by reducing the latency in your business, by designing the proper network. How do you avoid this problem? The latency problem is by having moving your destination towards the source, next to the source, or finding the source which is nearest to you. That is called content delivery network. By, like, my table is located near to the canteen, my food will be delivered fast. If my table is located far from the canteen, my food will be delivered delayed. It's called content delivery network. So, like, moving your source or destination next to you, that is called, that is the one symptom. How do you eliminate this problem is by having a design of, like, a source and the destination is close to each other. Let's say the kitchen and the table is next to each other, your food will be delivered faster. If your table is been far from the kitchen, your food will be delivered delayed. So this is called a content delivery network. Whereas the load balancing is spreading across different services from the different servers, different places. I'm collecting this information from this place and this information from this place, like a spreading, balancing the network by collecting the information so that you will be receiving all at one place. So it will be balanced. It's a load balancing. The third will be like designing the proper firewall and routers. So the proper firewall with the routers with the proper configuration will give you the good latency and your productivity will be getting increased. The third thing will be, the fourth thing will be like designing your network with the proper wires instead of using wireless. So the direct cable will be not having any disruption in your wireless activity. So the direct cables will be communicated directly to the destination from the source. So your data will be delivered much faster. What other solutions we have is we have to do the continuous maintenance of the network and also updating the device to the latest technology or latest firmware that will help you reduce the latency. Will this problem will be happening in the future? Maybe. So because as the technology is growing, the quality of the service and the quality of the video and the quality of the voice, everything will be growing. The once the quality has been increased, the size will be increased. So the request time will also be increased. So that time there will be some delay. So it depends on the future, like what kind of technology that is going to come, and we have to be ready, like what kind of bandwidth I'm going to allocate and what kind of latency issues I'm going to avoid. So those things has to be considered. So you have to consult with some engineers and consult with some network technicians or network engineers to design your network so that you can avoid this kind of issues in the future. Please comment below if you have any kind of this kind of network issues in your office or your business or any places, and comment me below like any other new topic I would like to cover for the next videos and everything. And please subscribe to this channel and please like for more videos. Please comment below if any of your friends have this kind of issues, and please comment below for any kind of new videos you would like to request, and I will be guiding you and helping you avoid those kind of mistakes. And subscribe to this channel for more videos. And if you like this video to be valuable, please click the like button. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.